them.
It's the Cyphers.
And in terms of their opponents, I don't think there's anything too special that they would feel the need to adjust an agent. So it looks like we're going to stick with the same idea. Obviously, some big differences are in the fact
hate
that
it
we're
and still
going
hate
with
mid and B.
the initiator changes, right? I mean, Fade and KO on the side of GenG. Meanwhile, just the Sky for DFM once again.
I just want to know what Zenfree's listening to. He's just like...
He's grooving.
He was having a good time. I talked to him out in the halls. He was having fun today. He was actually like really positive, and he said, I asked him what their key would be today.
This was the one. This was the Cypher that had the A site with the whether he like connected the back and then had the trip.
I think we can believe that though.
I'm trying to draw A site in my mind.
Starts to run forward and
Say
gets
this is the
kills.
plant wall,
Maybe that is your
and
key
this
to
is the
victory,
second
right? You have a
wall.
player like Suggest making
He
use
had
That's
trip
true. That
camera.
worked last time,
This
so
guy, yeah.
Why not try again? I mean, it's such small things from DFM that
And then he had
cleaned up
Cage.
from their first
Oh, he
match
actually
that,
had Cage. He actually had trip here, right, from the side box. Okay, I like this guy. Okay, this was the best Cypher we've seen. This was the best Cypher we've seen on this map. So
turn it around this season. Who knows?
okay, I take back. I still don't like the Cypher on this map, but
pointed out yesterday that some
he
of
made me
these
like it the
teams,
most.
He was referring
He made
to Zeta,
me-
but some of these teams can be quite emotional. So I
he
think
made me hate it
going
the
in with the
least.
right mental
That's a better way of
is
saying it.
really critical as well. So it's looking good that these teams are looking light. They're looking serious at the same time. And let's see how this plays out. I think the teams are ready to go. Casters, we've got Achilleos and Quack. Please take it away.
Well, we absolutely will do just that. Thank you guys so much for setting the stage for this matchup. And yeah, I mean, I think that a lot of people are going to be like, okay, you know what, GenG versus DFM, this doesn't matter that much. It actually matters a lot. Obviously, every game matters quite a bit, but especially when you are in the you're in that position to be able to get a 2-0 start or avoid a 0-2 beginning, you really need to be focused up for this.
Exactly, and that's the thing without this throughout this entire league play. But that said, I think we saw how the predictions went throughout Twitter. Everyone kind of thought it was going to be leaning towards GenG.
But I'm there with Paper Thin. I think that with Phil Collins, I'm in agreement with him. I think that this is going to be potentially closer than we might anticipate. This map in particular, likely to be the case. We'll have to just wait and see. For GenG, we have the same map pool that we saw from them versus RRQ. We'll see how they fare because those score lines, 13-9 on Fracture, a 13-6 victory on Lotus. So
One
we're
frenzy.
looking for very strong performance
Jesus.
from GenG yet again. And
Chat, someone redeem a hydrate. What's going on?
Talk about Sylvan joining this roster. One of the big ones, of course, is God Dead. Tissueless for now, but what we saw from him.
Jesus Christ! Right. Okay, let's start this up again. Let's try.
Great, because his KO absolutely on point when it comes down to setting up assists. Now look at this. DFM.
In terms of this, one frenzy each one. Yeah, not here. Thank you, man. I think I need it.
Not seeing anything. They're gonna start cutting back. King taking some damage.
Need
He needs some help. And Meteor is there to deliver. Suggests, however, answers back with great. Now a fourth.
Spike down.
And are we just gonna see a pistol round ace from Suggest?
What?
They're setting him up for it.
In my Valorant in 2023, in current year, Suggest getting a pistol ace. TS has his work cut out for him now.
The first round, he's shaking.
Should have seen the shoulder there from Anthem. Here's the question: DFM, do they just try to set up? For
Replay of this is gonna be juicy. Wow. Okay, give me this replay.
Well, there is a statement if I've ever seen one. Suggests once again. We were saying this many, many times in your opening series.
Yeah, you can go ahead light speed. Let's see what you got.
Without a doubt. I mean, take a look at how he actually snaps
it's actually disgusting. Wow, nice round.
Yeah, exactly. Just to clarify. What in the hell did we just
how
witness?
could you not celebrate after that? The push from B, the push from C.
You have to be a sociopath to not.
Yeah. No emotion.
Well, Anthem now getting involved. Wants some kills for himself. It's a quick snipe there on a Meteor who had invested into that Marshall himself. Then for now on the back of Rubble. What? Lines up too. I mean, tag down so low. God, they're just unable to finish it off. TS spotted being stalked. Gets a great shot. And that's now going to be a weapon upgrade.
That's been hitting share shots since last week, but now a triple.
Oh.
Surely they can't bring this back in the brink. Could be miraculous to choose
Jesus,
a word.
what the hell is the start to this?
Spike still down.
It's like I'm watching that Furia
over at
game
A.
again.
Need to be able to recover this if they want to try to spin this around and pull off a thrifty.
I thought it would have gone down to aim duels, but now, off that one Sheriff pick, two of them next to each other, they might be able to surprise suggest. Takajay here to back him up, but he's got a judge.
Doesn't have a judge. That's why we see the pistol drawn out right now for him, holding onto that Sheriff. And the smoke doesn't cover everything. And now, I think they realize this.
They're going to get this and they're going to send it to
But
B.
they still managed to grab that spike and start drifting away.
Raze is going to go there.
That was risky.
Judge might get there in time as well, but not going to be the range for it. Have to use pistol.
They're running out of time. They need to be able to get in here. They need to find the opening kills, and they won't. Suggest.
Okay, cleanup was there. Nah, the 2v4 push, not the best. Nice shots from King though.
This was still a very good amount of damage.
They managed to at least pick up another rifle on top of that, so
This is the guy who was getting a lot of these Sheriff kills since last
it could have been worse, I guess,
But when it comes down to it, DFM
is
has
the
a lot of
outcome.
these protocols just to take A rubble control, and that's what we saw last week. Sentry actually using the Shrouded Step to get further in. What was surprising to me, though, was the fact that he actually didn't really buy up. He had nothing but a ghost that round, so he will
because of them pushing, it's a pretty bad bonus. They get 2 rifles though, so maybe the 2 rifles can do something.
Nothing to be found. Everybody from DFM just widely ignoring the site thus far. Breda, blind shot through the smoke from stairs.
Ah, Chan missed
Takes out
changing the sound.
What a stray shot to find, and Meteor couldn't chase fast enough to try to get
Okay,
the
they
kill.
get over
Plant
towards
will
site,
come
they
in,
plant,
however.
they are passing down, but
Takajay
no
tries to
rifle
move to the left
retrieved.
side, spots Meteor, and now they can just double phase. Needs to try to isolate these. We'll just back away. I think that overall,
What's
that's
the
gonna end up being
retake
wise.
like? Boombot,
Playing
hey,
on the
that's
top.
nice. Goes down to the bomb, they at least know it's there, so you can nade off it.
The dog does.
Nice
Spraying
reposition
through and
from
oh,
King, but the
taken out.
spams are
Takajay
great. Double
finding
smoke shot at the
elimination.
moment
Ready
for
to fall.
Take J.
CS claims one, claims a second, but Anthem drops
Wow,
in,
this
Bulldog
is
in
a good
hand.
retake at the moment.
Manages to find the kill. Suggests gets God dead. Meteor the
Wow.
last one standing. Can he pull it off? The showstopper. It takes him so low. The
Oh,
blast
that
back.
does it.
It'll kill him.
Yeah,
And it
that does it.
DFM.
Oh my
They have the
goodness.
time, they
Okay,
have
bonus
the third
round is there.
round.
They are off to a flying start.
C4 to set things off.
They're flying. 3 on the defense as well. This is unreal. They forced them down to an eco, 4 on defense, 4-0. Oh my god, what is that shot?
DFM. And also the showstopper, of course, but the way that they came in with this retake, waterfalling down off of each other, finding those
It was a
trades,
nice
finding
retake
those
though.
peaks.
Like it was pretty controlled.
Not
The
the
boombot
start
to
at
check
all
to the
that we
bottom, then they were
expected from
spamming
GenG.
all of this. Like they look kind of drilled
Yeah,
on
I
this
mean,
map from what we've just seen there. It's a good
good
sign that
lord.
they have a good A retake
How
on this.
long will the celebrations continue? That's the grand question now.
In terms of this,
By
oh they light
GenG
armor by
team.
chat. Was this the
Well,
other
into the
was this the other
backside.
team that
TS
does
looking to
light
intercept
armor
some
out of the
reinforcements.
10?
Judge in hand for Takajay, but this time will end up falling. Smoke comes up. Raiden
Chat, can
trying to
anyone
find a
remember
kill,
if they were
but turn
doing
it
light
around.
armor last week? There was 2 teams in
a solid
Pacific.
spot.
I can't remember if it was
Trailblazers
GenG
spotting
though.
TS continuing to play forward. Paint shells
Nice
come in.
util.
A little bit of damage down. We'll have to go ahead and TP away.
Not such a big issue, though. This is
They
a
gotta
little
save.
bit more difficult. Yes, you have an option.
Yeah,
One
it's gonna have
hold
to
on to
save
that.
into this one. So the
At
light
same time,
armor,
it's not so good, but
the light armor
Yes.
means they can buy, and it wasn't as
That's
impactful
just
as we
unfortunate
thought.
timing. They're just swinging just a fraction of a second too early, right
And
before
they
that
are
flash
hunting
connects.
this.
They watch for it.
Uh-oh.
Anthem missing the shot. They're continuing. Trying to get on top of him.
Pick up
Off
the
on
ult.
the ground. Zenfree
Yeah, they're
grabs
really
it,
hunting.
heading for the heels.
Jets here.
TP's up
oh,
into stairs. Scoped in. The timing a bit off. Catches God dead. Looks back and ooh, what a hit on
Jesus,
the
nice shot
Meteor.
though.
A great adjustment
Op,
to
like
answer
op
back
goes
with some
down, it was
damage,
worth for
but
GenG, especially when they're
operator
doing
being
the
lost is
light
still
armor buy. It
devastating
was
as
a
GenG get on the
crazy
board.
nice shot.
we're just getting started too.
Money's
A lovely
still
bit of aggression from GenG. Being able to
I'm
come
still
in with set
okay.
play to push straight into C, and TS actually going so much deeper than we expected. Down past defender spawn. It was something that actually pushed and ensured that DFM would not be able to come in and retake.
Just trying to stay focused up.
okay. So one person's taking the hit.
Ridiculous already.
They force buy into this big round for DF. I mean, big round for
A
everyone.
little bit high there.
It's a massive swing round.
Suggest. Sentry, hearing all this motion, wants to try to put an end to it. Anthem pushed off the angle, out of trees. Tiesco swinging around the side, and Anthem gets him in the head,
it's a nice
right to the
nade
corner
for
of the
this
wall.
hit.
Trailblazer jumping in, doesn't find the stun. Suggests here a drop, does get one, but Meteor answers back, finds himself a third.
Okay. I think this hit looked really good.
Off of
I kind of want to see it again.
Snaps onto his head, but can't do the same to Sylvan.
This was good.
Plan can come through.
They had a heavy stack, heavy fast
their way
rotate,
back.
and they dealt with it well. Meteor, I want to see his replay to see what actually went down. Important round though, but it looked like it was a really good hit. The nade here, so they can get out the choke point, and it's not a double. They're not actually going into like a crossfire.
Got dead with the flashes. Meteor actually updrafting
Wow.
up towards this spot, up on
That was
heaven,
sick.
to be able to take down and cut off rotations even further.
It looked like this was a
DFM
really
are
good
gonna have to swap
A
things around
hit.
now.
There were 3 people stacked here, and they made that look kind of easy. That forces DFM down. DFM down, sorry.
Moving forward.
To a low buy.
GenG continues to do well. Meteor, obviously low on cash, not opting for any kind of buy. A bit of damage from the Nanoswarm. Uptraps and
Oh my
instantly
goodness.
claims right his head. He's going to push
Oh,
the
yeah,
smoke, but
relax
there's no
yourself.
way he's prepared for this one.
It's fine. Didn't give them a gun though.
Catch him. Nothing to be gained though, as far as a weapon is concerned. So still operating with a Sheriff. Gets a couple taps in the King, but cannot find that elimination. Nightfall does go out. Sylvan on the hunt, starts swinging around the
Ooh,
backside.
double in
Spots
the eco.
Anthem. He's got a Bucky, so he can't really do much about it. Ends up falling. Takaji to the rescue. Does help find the kill. King now is looking to defend, and he
Nice
will
hand
do
up.
just that.
Double ult,
3 kills for
actually
him, 3 rounds
not
for GenG.
too
We are
bad.
tied up.
At least
This is how
they
GenG chases and claws
at least
their
they
way
kept
back
a lot
into
of
the
people
game.
alive
Took
for
3
it.
rounds from us.
And
We're gonna
again,
take 3
when
right
I was in
back, and
Liquid,
of
we
course
just kind of
those
had the
3 kills
same
at the
thought
very
process
end.
as this.
They
Is
were
it's just first 6
rushing,
rounds or so.
hunting
Just
for this
overuse
win.
it, just make sure you
The
can
way
try and
that
get as
they
many
sent
clean
out their
rounds as
ultimate, the way
possible. So I
that
kind of like this
God
double ult.
Dead sets up for Meteor to actually
3
updraft
ults,
up
yeah.
top to heaven again
Jet
with
ult
that
is kind
late
of,
sword.
yeah, I
Even
agree.
with
It is
the
3 ults, but
lockdown and the Nightfall just to secure the win.
this was
It's a
always
little
gonna
bit
like that's a
expensive,
money ult as
but
well.
it
If
does
that
put
makes
them back
sense.
on board. Now this time around, we're gonna have to keep in mind DFM has 3 ultimates and they are playing it safe.
Okay, it's still a very good start for DFM.
They
Lost
do
bonus
very
is
well
there, so
held back.
they can maybe get a
Either
few
they
more
decide to
buys.
try to go for that.
But they're also
Back over on
up to
A
a.
with 3
They can
people.
get a really good half here.
It's the time that we see
Oh,
it's
done their
a 2-8
research,
over
looked for the
towards C
most
with
common
multiple
eye
members
that comes
wrapping
in.
up around Mound. Trap wires set up to try to catch Meteor.
Interesting
whether
traps.
He goes directly into the back towards ramp or up over the top onto the site. Or does he just decide to rush? Tries to get in on top of Takaji, but yeah, cover not coming in. Takaji gets the shot, swing from Rada, finds God that as well. That's going to be the reveal, and TS is sent sprinting. Did manage to recover
Well,
the
that
spike,
didn't look
however.
good.
Now he they have their work cut out for them.
Such a powerful position, off angles and snake bites to shut the door. in
That did
GenG's
not look good
faces.
at all.
Meteor tried to give chase, but unfortunately now only 2 players remaining. This is how you control C site. You have 1 by waterfall and 1 up by the stairs. Rada
30 seconds
being able
left.
to peek off of Takaji's contact.
This is,
If you're in GenG's
I
shoes
like
right
this
now, there's not
this
much
trip
you can do. You're
especially.
trying to find some
I like
duels,
that
but
one.
DFM
It's a nice
really
kill
aren't
trip.
giving any to you. You can see the way that they're positioned.
Might
on
get
the
spammed
minimap.
a lot because of the
Nothing
box though, but
exposed.
it's pretty good.
Around the corner is Suggest.
Last player
Waiting.
standing.
Yes, dead.
Flawless.
King taken down as well. A flawless round to reclaim the lead for themselves.
Okay, nice round from
that's a
them.
great
Everyone
momentum break.
survives
One
as
of the
well.
things
Their
we've
money's
seen
really
from
low. This is an
GenG,
important round.
Thus far, obviously
They
only
don't
one
have to
series.
rebuy
The
armor.
first SAR queue,
Someone
it was slow
had like
starts.
39 or
Second
something,
map,
so they can
dropping
just keep
here
the
on
same
Lotus,
armor.
dropping the
This is a
pistol,
really
dropping
good
that,
round
you
for
know,
them. It's like
obviously that
perfect.
eco round.
That looked
Then
crazy with
Fracture,
nothing
they
on
dropped
top
4
of it.
consecutive right at the start, and then they went on this massive streak to run back and dominate the half.
He was very much
So DFM
expecting the
breaking
Omen
that
to
momentum
instinctively
already is
flash,
a very good sign for
and
them.
it never
I
happened.
mean, we've already seen several strats from DFM early on the pistol round, C and B push. This time, just playing it safe.
Okay, in
GenG
terms
are
of the money now,
struggling to adapt.
GenG, 3 people
They're
that
now
can't
backing
buy.
down. Back in the C site they go.
Full rush. There's the
You
pop,
You want an
not
agent
dead.
tier list? Chat, you
Man
love
out,
tier
Takaji
lists.
not going to be able to do anything, and Sylvan finds the first kill. You just have to pull all the way back towards that defending side. The Hall Meteor, he's looking for the push and
Nice kill.
not expecting the high angle.
They didn't get the plant though. I didn't stop the plant, and
Otherwise, don't do
it's
it.
a good plant for the mounds.
Will find Rada.
GenG are massively in control here.
Flash up over the top. Boombot cleared. Work now.
Ooh.
Cut out.
Ah, it's unlucky.
Try to retake this.
Full of satchel with the swing here could have been nice. Oh, nice. Jules. He gets 3.
It's a Jess versus TS.
Oh, TS is crazy. You're a crazy guy. Crazy guy. Nice play from him. 5 HP. Over here, decides to TP into the smokes. Oh my goodness.
And the timeout being called. This is interesting, but a welcome one nonetheless. I want to draw attention to the dark cover that is placed on the spike itself. The way that he actually creates a little bit more space for him to, for himself to work with. Takajay, of course, getting a lot of these frags spraying through. You have Phantom, why not? But he is able, TS is able to hide inside of these sneaky spots and block off so much space, so much vision from Suggest, denying the defuse.
Yeah. And I mean, this timeout, I think for some
so chat, we saw a calling technique here that I talked about in the first game, and we fully saw it. C failed so hard that they felt that they'd shut it down and that they were gonna literally. Long story short, C failed so hard that they just called it again. They called that they think they've shut it down, and that you can just now head over towards C and it's gonna work again. Sometimes it's just a normal technique where it's just like again it just failed so badly that it's now going to be weak because they're going to move around the map and feel like they punched it so well that you would be mad to try it again. GenG tried again and fully won, and as we could see, Detonation fought exactly that, right? They had the trip set up over towards C for the shutdown, and then they had the trip set up over towards B straight after they had done the heavy C punish. So I like the calling style from GenG. Bit of a, again, it is a classic that people fall back on, but yeah, it works a lot.
And this is the change-up coming in here from the side of GenG. They've been attacking A, they've been attacking C. Now, for pretty much the first time other than that attempt at Thrifty win, they're going
nice
over
kill
to
trips. He's got some good trips on him.
Has the reveal.
He's got the best trips we've seen so far.
Gets out with his life. For now,
I don't like info trips too much on this map. They're just too easy to break, and I think he's looking like he's the same, or at least in the old game the DFM played last, maybe he showed all of his kill trips, his info trips, sorry. So he's now switched them up to kill trips, and it's working really well. Pretty sure a lot of these trips he didn't use last time because I haven't seen them before. That's a huge kill. I think that gives them too much map control that they can't lose this now.
Looks at TP back over towards B main, does get spotted. The Jest. Rocket at the ready, sees God dead, doesn't know what hit him. He ends up going down. Anthem up above, finds another. It's TS.
Oh my God.
Trying to persevere, but
oh, nicely handled though.
Off the spike for a moment.
Nicely handled. The ult going in.
Fortunately for Bile.
Yeah, ult going in was everything.
Adjustments not going to lead to them taking the lead. The FM will just continue to trade.
They have 5 on defense. Chad, is this done?
Exactly what happens, you know, you call a timeout, but your opposing team gets to talk as well.
This is a really good score at the moment for defense. That's such a good start.
Playoff maneuvers on this because he has those ultimates to work with. His team are able to come in with that team play that Suggest, especially, I think, was the one who started things off, and then having the additional manpower just to deal with whatever throws at them.
They look kind of pumped. Looking really pumped. They forced them down to eco as well.
Right off the rib.
I like this. This is nice. Yeah, you get to that angle so fast that'll definitely catch some people off. It's a cool. That's a cool little. That's a cool little idea that a lot of people should use. I think even that could work with Sky, to be honest.
How did this happen? Over by the connector door.
Oh, unaware. Meteor wanting to dash straight in, but immediately denied by Suggest with those paint shells, and this sends the signals to GenG to rotate all the way to the other side of the map. DFM having the
okay, Viper solo over towards C can be a little bit rough. This is a good gun for it though.
Not like this. Takajay finds the second as God Dead.
Is someone behind you?
TS come around from the back. Gets that
nicely handled. They do get the judge, and they get into an okay spot with it. If they can get a plant, the judge could do some good damage. I think you gotta just commit to somewhere.
Not correct.
I mean, sure, this might work.
Camera
I'm worried they're
comes
gonna
up,
spam
and
it. Yeah.
I mean, why the hell not? They have to assume Judges recovered. It's gonna be playing in a close quarter situation. Spam the box, get the kill, and DFM will be able to break away from GenG. 2 more rounds we played out in the half.
Love Judge in Japan.
They have the lead.
Dude, it's like, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't blame you.
This was around with
It's so
GenG
good.
not having that much to work with. Yes.
That is a path. It's literally like a perfect
Door
nade.
just not broken, couldn't escape.
He was dashed into that spot too. And these are the protocols. I mean, it shows that DFM has done their homework. Melophobia has done their
They
homework.
have
I mean,
so many rounds on defense.
Yeah, I mean,
This is a
again,
crazy half at the
I keep
moment.
harping on about it, but the growth from the teams has just been incredible.
It's
to
attack
watch.
sided, this map. Again, it's very
Very
comp
much
dependent,
underperformed at lock-in,
but
have now been
both of
looking
these comps
quite
shouldn't
competitive.
be anything out of the regular
DFM being
in terms
probably
of super defense
the
sided.
strongest
So
example.
yeah, six
By
inferior
a
is already
very
enough,
large
like
margin,
straight
I
up.
suppose.
Even if
but
you
can
lose
argue
pistol, I still feel like
seeing
this is
improvements
enough.
from them.
So anything above this is like an extra
Now things
bonus.
be
They're looking
dropped,
really good.
Trying to make it look like they're heading over towards B. Slow creep
Attack
up.
ult goes
There
in.
is somebody
It's
could be still forward over at Rubble.
I don't know.
It's a fake,
If you
but they
were
put
DFM and
no
you
sound
hear
into
that
this, and
spike
they just
being
recleared it with a
tapped at all,
dog
surely
and a
that sends
smoke.
some, warning signs
They
to
haven't
your
taken
head.
much space.
Does
They
now.
fade
That's
all
the
out.
Yeah, they'll just wait. Okay, Nightfall
They
actually
have a
does
kill
connect
trip.
on the suggest, but as they swing out, Zenfree will find
GenG are
Meteor.
getting wrecked.
Caught as well, destroyed, no reveal to be found. 5 members strong on the rotate, but TS
Nice
has the
luck,
back 7.
though.
Sylvan gets 2.
Slug
Anthem
was
and Reyna
great.
both taken down. Suggest
Slug
now
was great,
set
this
up over
pivot
towards
was
Tree,
great.
But here's the counter rotate, the Seekers. Showing them exactly where they're going.
Yeah,
Finally get
I
cleared out.
think
The spike
DFM,
is
this might have been
going
the
to end up
only
on the C
mistake
side
I've
at the end
seen
of it all.
from them. Just leaving B that much. Right, they cleared it, they had 4 people here, they smoked, they
Completely
dogged
lost the
in.
timing if you were
But
DFM.
then they needed
So
to
just
realize that
Zenfree,
all of their trips were here, so they have to
so far on the opposite sides of the
have
map,
to look at
GenG,
the
look at the positioning from King.
the fact that they just have no trips or and that they can be a lurk.
And
Again,
one
this is
noted, yeah,
this is
more
probably
pop.
the best lurking map in my opinion.
Most of the
Pole's
util now
pretty
dealt
close.
With. No paranoias, no fragments, no flashes.
But I think this is one of the better
TS
ones.
again, trying to
It
get
still
in
has the
behind,
sweet
and
spot of
he
lurking,
does
kind of like when you used to
beautifully.
throw it into Haven.
Zenfree now at this point.
It's still too new, and there's just so
Has to
many
know that
avenues that you can
this is a
lurk in.
hopeless cause, and it's best to just hightail it out, save the weapon, and he will. But 4 members left alive.
Nice round for
only
GenG.
Meteor
I still think they
as a
need the last
casualty.
round as well.
as- okay.
Oi, good shot.
Consolation prize for
Wait,
the
is
round
that
loss.
gonna...
But GenG fighting back.
3,000
They
on
bring it
top of
within
this?
1. So we're
Might
looking
be
at
light armor
7-5
now.
or a 6-6. Either way, I think a hell of a lot closer than a lot of people would have anticipated. But it just goes to show how much practice the DFM are investing.
I mean, impressive for sure. I love that they were able to read off of that lockdown, but this is such a big brain play from GenG. I have to call to attention.
Wait, is that true?
TS was on a big lurk because
Might
of
try
that
that.
lockdown, and he was able to come up from the other side because that's exactly where DFM would retake from, up towards attacker spawn, defender spawn. Now onto the next round. It's a quick push. And from the shadows into his own dark cover. He knows this entire spot is clear, and it gives his team the initiative to push into sight.
TS just getting the re-smoke there on stairs. Just hovering low, flash goes in, catches a couple, and as that smoke drops, Zenfree will find one. Anthem in the off and back.
This is very much on
Down
at the
Meteor.
moment. Sky needs some help.
Trailblazer coming through.
Yeah, Sky
Spike
needs
starting
some
to get
help at the
planted.
moment.
Got in covers. Oh, that shot.
Close.
Blind and straight. Still nearly connects.
They go 2 tree 1 here. Ooh, we got any Viper mollies?
How do you decide?
Dude, I wonder if we have any
Flush
good
them out
lineups
here.
for these Viper mollies just off the wall.
Difficult.
Going over towards
Yeah,
here
flush them
anyway.
out.
I
You
thought
have
we
an
might see
operator.
something like this, but
Watch those
nice
numbers.
kill.
Jake gets the timing.
and double Viper mollies for this, they could
Hold it
create a
down.
lot of pressure.
Should have a decent
Yeah.
idea that both remaining
Ooh,
players
it's
are going to
unlucky.
be flying back here by the switch. The reveal getting ready to come through. There's the ping.
Damn,
that's
nicely
got that
held.
taken
7
down at
rounds.
7-5 and a
7
half.
rounds on defense,
DFM
that's more than enough.
very nicely in the lead.
They are very on for this.
This team has been winning retakes on retakes, and it looks
What's up,
really
Bacan?
good,
How you doing?
especially on the A site. When GenG doesn't have any additional protocols in place, they were trying to play it safe and hide in some of those cozy spots. But when you have someone like Takage just going for those heads-up duels and he actually wins them, it breaks apart your post-plant scenarios. And just the final interesting detail.
How's DFM so far? They look great. Again, once again, the best use of a Cypher we've seen out of every team on this map. Making me think it has,
just a little whiff here and there.
again, definitely not as good as the Killjoy, don't get me wrong, but definitely making me think that it's a bit more viable than every other team that we've seen.
Grinded a lot on, I think, and we saw a bit of that in their match against Paper X last week.
Yeah, I mean, again, it was 6 rounds.
It's 11 and
picked up by RRQ versus GenG on this very map. So already surpassing that performance here is Detonation. And they look like, yeah, despite the loss, I will even caveat this, like, despite the loss to Paper X, I still think they look like the strongest Lotus team that we have. They have such a great idea about how to approach this map. So if it wasn't for those 12 clutches from Paper X, from Defy in particular, that would have been theirs. So it feels like they have a really good macro understanding of how to approach Lotus.
A lot to study here for sure. But that said, I mean, 7-5. It's not all over yet. GenG on the defensive side will still be able to surprise DFM, I think. But of course, it all comes down to that pistol round. DFM on the attacking side, on the other hand, is something that leaves me wondering a little bit
Which
more.
Korean team? Definitely DRX.
Your Raze versus
GenG have been looking good.
Korean Jet. Right now,
This
they're
is
actually on
DFM
opposite
looking
ends
very
of
good.
the scoreboard.
I actually thought that
Just
GenG even had some good hits into this, but this was DFM being
7 assists as well. He has
very
gotten a
nice in
lot
this.
of
They had some
value from
cool,
that first
they had some
pistol
really
round.
cool setups. They had some good reads into what was
We've
going
only
down
seen
on this
7
as well.
rounds of GenG
Let's see if they can
on
close
defensive
this out.
They had such a
I
strong
think
attack
GenG
versus
have to
RRQ.
win this pistol.
You know, a 9-3 half that we didn't have to see too much. They got held up quite a bit on their own attack, so we'll see how this goes. Anthem gonna instantly be finding 2, taking down TS Sylvan, Meteor.
That's a huge
swinging around
kill.
the back.
Problem for DFM at the moment is a
Pitched
lot
through
of
the
damage
attacker's
has been
spawn.
done.
This is fine,
Good
another
thing
kill
for
to
them
keep
is they
the thing
take
up.
B.
Just down.
If they
32
somehow
as well, tagged
decide
low.
to,
No healing available.
oh, they're going
Start
for
shifting
it.
towards A, and King, he's
Because
getting
this is
very
a
good
question
read on
mark and
this.
they got pushed behind and they don't have
Out
map
of
control. They
class.
decide to take
He's a
map
little bit
control with
paranoid
3
about
people and the
stairs, and that's
spike.
one thing, but look at
Safety
how
in
he's
numbers, I
positioning
think this
back
is a
into
very
this
good call.
revolving door.
They have
This
a
is
good
gonna be
chance.
the
Killjoy
opportunity he gets. Meanwhile,
doesn't
his
have any
teammates,
utility to classic.
so important that they don't die.
And then,
Suggest
dude, a
he's
Raze,
lurking away for them, though.
tucks into the corner,
Oh, just
making
cutting
the
away
lurker on the low
opposite side,
HP.
though.
This is a very
Oh,
smart
God, that-
round.
Follow the plan.
He might fall into this. Oh,
Ah,
but he
that's
gets
so
the
unlucky.
read.
Nice check from
What a
Goddead
sense from
though.
him. Get the pinch.
King is still hiding there.
Knife goes out. It's expected there's likely somebody at drop, and King might have seen just the corner of
Last
Anthem
player
there.
standing.
Again, great shots. Does run out into Zenbri. He's trying to split his attention,
Okay,
but
they win the pistol they needed to
neither
win, so
King
this
nor
is
Meteor
this is
having
on.
taken damage prior.
This is
That
on. I like the
1-tap
attempt
kill,
from
so
DFM
GenG
here.
will
I
go
felt like
ahead,
the mid rounding was pretty
find a
good. The
pistol round,
idea.
win the second half.
It's such a little play, but it has so much value. King in this retake, just hiding by the revolving door all that time, actually comes off in the best possible moment. A jumping right click. It didn't quite land, but it does throw off Zenfree's crosshair placement. It does cause him to miss that headshot. He turned away thinking that he actually might have hit King, but then again, numbers advantage. That's exactly what it
This
does.
map's not
7-6
attack
now,
sided,
GenG
dude, you're
stands a chance
crazy.
at coming back and
Ask
potentially
every team
stealing
that
away
plays
that
this game.
momentum.
Alright, well, the number's falling a bit here for Suggest. 14, 7, and 8, but still a very solid scoreline for him. Just 13 rounds into this, so.
Wait, is this
over a kill per
is this
round.
going to be the flash and then dash out? It's going to be the flash over the top and then dash out? No, they peek with it just normal. Okay.
They heard some footsteps
You're making
and
it sound like
immediately
it's
turned away
70%
back
win rate
towards
attack.
the
It
site,
kind of
but
is. It's
Spike's on Takage,
literally,
he's just
I don't know,
immediately
go check
upside
lock-in or
attack
something. I imagine
on.
it's around that, maybe a bit under, between like 65 to 70.
GenG playing pretty safe as well. They have some information, but that's about it. Revolving door opened up.
Suggest, okay. Goes ahead, hits that shot across. fantastic catch, and I mean, Meteor's just having a bad time.
Yeah. Dude, it's heavy. It's probably the most attack sided map we have.
Starting to get a little bit eager for kills. Caught out in open positions, and DFM are just playing incredibly safe. It's 30 seconds now, and they have yet to commit to a site. This could be pretty good if they are able to sell this fake by Anthem.
Goddead still moving over to see it, trying to check things out.
This is great at the moment.
Does have a phantom.
Yeah, nice one-person fake that keeps two people here, and a third was close as well with the util.
That could be catastrophe for the rest of his squad. Catches one, paint shells fly. Has to back away. Plant will go through. 4v4 with the attempt on the hold.
But what's the overall stats, Gypped? 60%? You're just using random percents to just back up your thing. You're just ignoring stats just to help your argument. It's pointless. But if that's what makes you feel better, man, that's all good.
Also takes out that trap wire. Silver just rushing in, instantly snapping on the Takaje's head. Yes, and just unable to get a beat on King there. The defuse will come in. GenG will tie it up.
Yeah, there's a nice retake. Really nice retake.
Damage sustained by GenG, and that means they get to bring forward their guns in the next round.
It's true though. What's the point in just ignoring stats for just saying it? Like, it's crazy.
Had some good ideas, had some good shots on towards Meteor.
It defeats the whole point in stats. Like, if you want to back up an argument, back it up with like the overall stats.
Getting dropped, and it's mental conditioning as well. GenG are forced to kind of try to read the situation and react, but in that previous round, it was thanks to Goddead having a sense to check back onto C, like you so adequately pointed out.
All right, let's get into the big buy round.
With the guns in hand, how are you going to deal with this? Paranoia out.
That's the question. Yeah, Paranoia as well as the C's burned.
In terms of this one, DFM can't buy next round.
King and Meteor are here.
King is the one making first contact. Obviously, Goddead is here. They could actually try to go for DFM's own set play and use it against them. Things coming down, flash comes out, Meteor, I mean, just
this is the play they went for last time, and it worked out great for this.
Will fall.
Dude, this is, and they reactively pushed once they saw all 5 of them here. Damn, this is nice.
Very nice kill.
And all that time,
they took so much map control, and they can just hold 3 people here. As we can see, this pivot's great, but it's very rare that you're going to see a pivot of this much unless it's like 20, 30 seconds left.
Get past these without giving away their position.
Bound by bound, they advance. Bound by bound, they actually steal space and positioning away from DFM. DFM no choice but to either open the revolving door or to just run through to C site into the open arms of 3 players from GenG.
Looks like that is going to be the choice. Fight on one side. Paint shells in the back. Fragment trying to buy some time. Ready goes rushing through and actually does find King.
Wow, what an important shot. What the hell are these shots? Okay, do they expect this behind? Trips got broken. Wait, Trips didn't get broken. The Cypher died. Oh boy. Oh, you're crazy again. You're a hero.
Interrupts the plant. Sylvan. He sees him.
Wait.
Just a hair off, being able to get him. And then right
holy hell. Right, they win the bonus out as well, so yeah, going really well. Both teams winning the pistol and then the bonus on their defense, so they're in for a good one. Damn, this was this TP play into the smoke was actually everything.
With a bit of a crouch spray, and it actually works. It catches Meteor, it catches the rest of them on the site. But then the 2 flankers, like you
that plays nice. That flash over the top peak is really good.
Because of the initial frag, because TS such an aggressive TP into the poison cloud.
Great on him to be able to get one. Yep, that is indeed a pen.
Why did that look so weird? It looked like he was like talking to his pen. That looks incredible.
DFM now going to be using a timeout. See what they can get done here. Try to regain this and tie it up once more. I gotta say, I'm already thoroughly entertained.
I am hooked into this match. I mean, the previous
you could pick one comp for all maps. What agents are you picking?
Yeah.
Meteor,
Killjoy, Omen, Jet, Sova.
The next thing, it's just how you have so many protocols.
I don't know. I guess you could pick Sky instead of Sova, actually. Probably Sky to be safer.
Toxic screen towards the A site.
And
rotating back and forth, and GenG putting up walls every single time.
Okay, I would do Omen. Actually, maybe you would do the loud comp. It seems like the loud comp can kind of work on everything. Maybe I'm converted with the loud comp.
A fair few people who decided to go to bed.
Loud comp works on every map.
After they saw the first series, they said, okay, that one took a while. It's late.
Yeah, I would go for loud comp after seeing it, especially as Furia looked pretty good with it on Haven as well.
For those of you who are here and you have friends who went to bed instead of watching this,
oh god,
make fun of them incessantly in the morning because I'm having a blast, and I hope that you guys are too. Who are going to be broken.
Oh.
As the Trailblazer going to lead the way in towards B. Setup is still here with the alarm bot that gets cleared, and a swarm does get triggered.
Damn, nice TP out. A little bit risky, but ecos.
Amount of damage. Good. Spike still in his hands.
Teammates to check and clear out those angles, those entrances. Oh, actually, maybe pushing from this on. Sylvan's gonna check it with the Prowler though. That's smart. King rotating back to possibly catch them off this, but
they've completely owned this round. They're giving themselves a really good chance into this.
Cutting across. Turret does play contact for him. Doesn't necessarily, well, actually, never mind. I was gonna say, doesn't necessarily mean that they're committing to C, but
Flash goes in, and it was a good flash. They landed like here, so they know that no one's sight. They're definitely gonna think that they're in this pause.
Now cleared out.
Extra flash to clear this.
Smoke to cut off.
Yeah, didn't hit anyone.
Mount, as Godden will go ahead. Activate the ult. Meteor dashing in. Spotted a couple. Suggest going to be able to get one with a Sheriff shot. Meteor comes out of his cloud burst, finds one. Godden gets a second. Just now suppressed, surrounded, dead. Still on Takajay to try to do some additional damage here.
Ooh, nicely handled. Nicely handled. This is good from them. Good flood from everyone as well.
of course, this was a thrifty.
Tell you what though, in terms of the eco, not too bad. Double, and they have to get an armor rebuy.
GenG was playing it rather safe, just going out for that retake, and they win it because of God Dead and his null command. He was keeping them locked in there, onto site, making sure that they couldn't escape, and going in for a lot of these heads-up duels. The sound gets cut off.
Yeah, perfectly cut screams.
The map's defensive side based on game state. Yeah, it's true. Teams will get better at defense. Again, I think teams don't understand C site well, so that'll definitely improve.
And they are.
DFMs don't move though. So many ultimates to work with. They heard all of that noise. Now they're assessing. They know that
we're seeing more teams get better at just leaving it and retaking. And as the game goes on as well, it's a bit like Haven, right? So when the map first came out, you have to prep your retakes a lot, and kind of only locking it only looked like Giants had actually done that.
C-Site's pretty good. Let's do C-Site.
Got a mount to work with.
I know how to entry on C-Site.
Well, one possible way is suggest with a showstopper, but off to the next, it's going to be Anthem. Needing to gain information,
this is a nice setup. Oh, dude, he always gets so many from this spot.
They should check it, but
yeah, this spot is always good. That's just his spot. He's the only person I see use this spot. Okay, nice trades gets into 3-on-3. In terms of the reaction, they push, get map control, and now they want to join here. So I think this was very smart from GodDead. Has no util. Knows it'll just be a straight up aim jaw. The best he's going to get is one. He just joins his teammates and plays like this.
A little bit more time, and they just might be able to contest for the spike plant.
Left corner plant. Zenfree looking like he probably wanted the TP out of there, but let's get suppressed by that 0 point.
Back, tuck oh.
The location revealed thing, just a spectator bug, by the way. Cypher is not continuously revealing their location. Figures worth mentioning. Takajay finding one. Still need to try to clear out on this angle. Someone finds one, put some damage down on the Zenfree, but the defuse is going to be held.
Well, they just insta-stuck this. The Omen's decision-making to TP out was a little bit questionable. And then they could only really see it from here, and it was a spam fest, and then it kind of turned into like a, kind of like a,
able to hold it back from areas like the door and rubble. But
yeah, they messed this one up a bit.
It
kind of turned into like an icebox. That's so mean. It kind of turned into like an icebox retake where one person can see it and then like they wall up and cause mayhem. I definitely think that the attack wall didn't help them as well.
Oh dear. Even Sylvan getting involved. Meteor overheating. Goes for a second peek. Tries to put his hand back into the cookie jar. And Mom pulled out La Chancla.
Chancla.
Yeah, got punished on this one. Still a 4 and 4 though.
No. It's definitely more of a Spanish thing.
I don't know, Asian moms sometimes slippers. They have a thing for it, but back into this, it's going to be that toxic screen up again. Trying to give themselves a little bit more cover. King on the other side of it though, and Sylvan up by top. Single noise and he could be given away. He thinks it's clear, he sends out the haunt.
They're all over this though. Yeah, nice info with that.
Going for these pretty deep rotates.
Forces them to kind of make a move. They swing. That's a huge kill. Dude, he gets so many important kills at the moment. Still not fully done. Killjoy's in good spot. What's the trade like?
Somebody at every single site. Okay, so guess we'll just
how is he getting these kills?
Now on for a second ace. See if he gets
He's
it.
a monster.
Comes down. It seems like
This time it's a much better plant, and they go over towards tree.
Around victory.
Wow.
Yep.
That's
TS having recovered.
Nice round from them. GenG maybe forced it a little bit too much. Yeah, but still was a 1-on-1.
With all of these heads-up duels, I think he has that little bit of a stutter step. Just going for that tiny crouch actually threw King off by a bit. And at the same time,
yeah, there was a good amount of them there.
They see that the side is clear. Zenfree shrouds the entire thing. Shrouds the entirety of defender spawn in his dark cover. GenG, no choice but to back off. It's way too risky, way too dangerous.
They might end up making contact with Goddead if they go deep enough. Looks like he's going to pull away from the position. So, okay. It took a little while, but after 5 rounds of GenG dominance, we finally see Detonation picking up their first attacker round.
I think this comes in due to hand of Takajay's toxic screen. I mean, it's a macro play from the entire team, but when you repeatedly have this up, sometimes
no pause, no nothing.
No, it's probably a fake. They're probably not going to do anything off this. But the moment that you have Meteor overheating just a little bit outside of B, I think that's where DFM starts to find bits of success, a little bit of confidence to actually go in and actually head back into the A site. They were so fond of C earlier on. Now back into this now, GenG, they've got their ultimates. They've got that Blade Storm and Meteor back on another operator.
Yep. Important round for GenG. They lose this, down on the eco.
Nothing found.
Confirms that's clear.
Yes, ooh. Rough spot. Tries to TP out.
Nice flash gets out. Meteor. Gone to his pause, just on top, holding up, holding all of this. That's huge info. DFM at the moment, maybe not defaulting enough and just forcing the issue here. Yeah, they didn't clear anything over towards A, they didn't clear the alarm bot. And they're gonna force it into C, and honestly, it comes down to that duel there. King did great.
On the hunt, making noise. Zenfree dusts it out, finds the kill, but still has to get through 2. Knife comes across. Goddead just looking to buy some time. Speaking of which, does have plenty of it.
In terms of this though, chat, like they didn't have any info at B, and they didn't have any pressure over towards A. And so once they had set up the pass in here, it was kind of done. DFM definitely need to try and find the Killjoy util, or at least try and like look over towards B and see if it's there. The Killjoy is getting too much.
Gaps, tiny ledges that you can stack up on with your teammates, and obviously that's what GenG did. And of course the timing on this as well, like you pointed out. Paranoia.
Yeah.
30 seconds left.
Very solid. And obviously, you know, this is nitpicky. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like going across, we're going to have a second timeout, so we have a little bit more time to discuss this, which is great. I feel like going back over the door, tapping the door, and whether or not you want to go in and try to make a play through B, that's a different question. But I think if it just
can you all hear that? I can move my phone away from it slightly.
Potentially could lead to something. If I had to guess, GenG maybe don't fully fall for it, but
yeah, he went without the nose tissue today.
To try to lead them in that direction rather than just pushing up to an area that ends up being watched and you end up dying.
He's been decent though. I like his util.
A little bit more creativity with some of these rotations coming out.
The way DFM are playing right now, it's incredibly safe. They've got all these protocols and and the way that they actually peek into it, making sure that before they even go into anything, it isn't dry. They spend a little bit of utility.
Coach is definitely telling them to go default. Every time they've gone into these sites, there's been 3 of them that they're not doing a good job of killing the Killjoy Util.
A little bit creative with it. Sometimes you need to mess around and you open up the door.
It's too one-dimensional. They need to default and break this. So we're going to see them go over towards B. We're probably just going to see a simple way of doing it, just a satchel in, and then that'll help a lot.
Still the same
in terms of GenG, what's working, A control, putting one pass in here and rotating has been incredible for them. So that's what they're going for again.
It's useless.
Prowler goes in, clears a bit for them. Prowler again. Both traps now gone.
One person watching, they can heavy rotate. We break the alarm bot with the satchel. So much better, good timeout from the coach. Now they go back over towards A.
Oh no.
Yeah, nicely handled. GenG have had a good game plan at this though. Just pushing in front of the wall. Again, their way of retaking this is using the wall to cut off information from here, so they're just getting in front of it.
Suppress off the 0 point. Still in a very rough spot as DFM, despite the operator being dealt with.
Great answer back. But GenG are still very much in position if anyone does push past this.
3-person face here. This is very nice from GenG.
Clean with it. Finds the shot, the haunt into the back, gets the reveal onto
Damn, they handled this insanely well. Really, really good. 4 chances to close this one up.
Overwhelmed them, and now they take this in a map point.
I love the way they're approaching this, right? Their main way to get back out over towards A once they've caused pressure here and pressure here is to just walk contact straight through. They don't really use too much. Need to kind of like sky flash it off. It's pretty good. I think for DFM to win this, they have to create the pressure over towards A first and then default out, because that's going to be a nightmare. As we can see though, GenG changing this one up. 4 chances for them.
They have Takage again on the Viper spin and suggests on a showstopper. Surely this round they do something with it.
They need both of them alive in on the site.
Match point.
They're going to have a nightmare. So here they're going to have to use more util. They're going to just freely use the dog to get through this, I imagine.
Set up by himself, but this is typically where he's thrived in the past.
Ooh, okay.
Think back to his solo anchoring.
Because they saw the camera get shot by the op, they felt like it's not at that angle, no one's here.
During his time on Vision Strikers.
So they've at least got a good read into when they hear the jet, what the actual setup is.
Thought maybe he was gonna fake exit for a second, but does decide to go ahead and start wrapping away. Anthem does not check in the stairs.
Keep an eye on this. Being proactive over towards middle. I think they just saw the smoke and went back though. Just wanted to play real close to this. Yeah, Prowler goes in as well.
In link has been destroyed. Now the pit comes into play.
This is a nice ult. You can get in this corner here and it covers Spike. It's a really nice ult.
Full 5-on-5 retake, and they are set up by the door too.
Down comes out, forcing them away from the site.
What do you reckon? Viper just tanks it? Viper just tanks the ult? No, Viper moves away from the ult. Does he get back in time? No, gets killed.
Rocket goes out, doesn't find the kill, takes Sylvan low. Tenfree will be able to get him in the end. Suggest flash backing over. The diffuser interrupted.
Oh god.
Meteor trying to stick it and not like.
That's crazy. With 3 of them spamming at 26 HP, he survives and he managed to stick this out. That's a mad one. Oh my goodness.
It was
well
played,
sometimes it'd be like that. Nice defense off from GenG though. They had a good plan coming into this. Dude, a lot of this specific stuff, because they have like a week to prep. A lot of these teams are looking really prepped for how the other one plays. And maybe some of these teams aren't mixing it up enough.
He had been overheated.